Hello friends, this time I have brought forward the explanation of the poem Wind, a poem of class 9, language and literature. The poem Wind is composed by a well-known Tamil poet Chinnaswamy Subramanya Bharati. In your book, this is only Subramanya Bharati, but the complete name is Chinnaswamy Subramanya Bharati. He was a national poet and during independence he wrote many poems. He is also known as महाकवि भारती. इनको महाकवि भारती के रूप में भी जाना जाता है. इनका नाम महाकवि भारती भी है. चिन्ना स्वामी की इस पोएम में, in this poem of Chinna Swami, he has inspired human beings through wind. Wind is a good friend but a very bad enemy. Wind inspires us to face the challenges, to face the challenges solidly, to face the challenges with firmness. This poem is a satire on human weakness and the power of strong humans. This is a free verse. This is a 22-line poem and this is a free verse. And now let's switch over to stanza-wise explanation of this poem. In the very first stanza, the poet uses very humble tone and he makes a plea to the wind to come softly. He also urges the wind not to break the shutters of the windows, not to scatter the papers, and not to throw down books from the shelves. Because when wind moves, it takes away everything with it, every weak things with it. In the first tone, the poet uses a very humble tone. In the second stanza, the poet reprimands the wind. It recounts the destructive things the wind has done. It recounts that what the wind has done. It says that the wind has torn the pages of the books in spite of making requests to the wind not to do so. And not only wind is moving fast, but it has also brought rain with it. When the wind is there, when the wind moves, it also brings rain. One way other is also there. How does the wind bring the rain? What does the wind do? Because wind has shattered the shutters of the windows. So when the wind falls in a slanting manner, it enters into the room as well through the passage of the broken windows. It has also brought rain with it, not outside but also in the room. The rainwater is also coming into the room of the poet. This is also another meaning of this line, you brought rain again. Now the poets brings forth the things which are badly affected by the wind. The poet says you are very clever at poking fun at weaklings. The poet said that wind is very much powerful. It has a tyrannous face and it enjoys crumbling the weak things. It has affected the crumbling houses. It has badly affected the crumbling doors, the crumbling rafters, the crumbling pieces of wood, the crumbling bodies, the crumbling human bodies, and the lives of the people, and the crumbling hearts. Means all those things which are weak, which are loose at any point, all those things are badly affected by the effect of the rain. Poet has used subdued tone. The poet feels subdued. The poet feels conquered here by the effect of the wind. But the next stanza, the poet tells that the poet is the way to control the wind. He says that wind is egoistic. An egoistic person does not understand and does not follow the requests made to them. So the poet asked the people to, to face the wind strongly, to face the wind boldly, and he suggests the people to make strong houses. If you will make strong houses, the wind will not be affecting your houses. It will not be able to carry away, to fly away your homes. The poet also wants people to make the doors firm, to make the doors tight. He also urges the people to make themselves so strong that they should not be affected by the adversaries of wind. The poet also says that but we human beings should also keep our heart strong and powerful to face the effects and after effects of the wind. So here the poet tells the ways out to deal the challenges of wind. Wind is here a symbol of a tyrannous person. All tyrannous persons can be controlled, can be checked only by making ourselves strong. So the poet appeals people to be strong to face the challenges of the wind. Symbolism has been used here. The poet is here symbol of tyranny, the symbol of strength, the symbol of power. And how to deal with the symbol, how to deal with such powerful people, such egoistic people. Wind is here also shown as an egoistic person who does not understand the request and who does what it want to do. In the last stanza, the poet says the poet tells the ways to make friendship with the wind. If you are strong, the wind is your friend. So in the last stanza, the poet says the wind blows out weak fires. Wind extinguishes weak fire. होता है ना, दिया होता है हल्का सा और जब बहुत तेज विंड चलती है तो फड़फड़ाता है दिया वो और फिर वो बुझ जाता है. लेकिन साथ क्या करती है विंड? He makes strong fires roar and flourish. लेकिन जो तेज फायर होती हैं, जब भी आग लगती है, when there is a outbreak of fire, it's the wind which makes the things more adverse. क्यों क्या करती है? उस फायर को और हवा जो है और तेज कर देती है. जंगल की आग भी जो है वो विंड भड़काती है. जैसे विंड चलती है तो वो और तेज से बढ़ती जाती है जो आग. तो जो स्ट्रॉन्ग फायर होती है वो और तेज कर देती है. विंड का ये काम होता है. विंड टू फ्रेंडशिप गुड है. इफ वी आर एबल टू टेम द विंड देन वी आर गुड. विंड से ही इलेक्ट्रिसिटी बनती है, तेज हवा से ही, हवा के झोंकों से पंचक्की चलती है ना, विंड मिल जैसे होते हैं उससे बिजली बनती है. बिकॉज नाउ द मैन हैज टेम द विंड. विंड को अपने तरह से यूज करना कर लेता है मनुष्य. यही पॉइंट हम बताने की कोशिश कर रहा है. एंड वी प्रेज हिम एवरी डे. व्हाई डू वी प्रेज हिम एवरी डे? बिकॉज इट टेल्स अस अ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट लेसन ऑफ लाइफ, हाउ टू फेस द ऑब्स्टिकल्स, हाउ टू फेस द चैलेंजेस. तो थीम है पोएम को भी यही है कि विंड हमें इंस्पायर करती है हाउ टू फेस द चैलेंजेस ऑफ लाइफ एंड हाउ टू फेस द ऑब्स्टिकल्स सॉलिडली, स्ट्रांगली. यही इज द थीम ऑफ द पोएम wind. Now let's talk about a few questions of the poem which often come across. Though in the poem normally the stanza-wise questions are there, so let us quickly go through some important questions on the wind which are often seen in the test, school test and examinations. First question: what are the things affected badly by the wind? So all those things which are weak doors, weak rafters, weak piece of wood, weak windows, weak people, all those things which are weak are badly affected by the wind. Next question: why does the wind not listen to the speaker? Wind is egoistic. It has a tyrannous face. and tyranny does not know request, because egoistic, so it does not listen to the request, to the entreaty of the poet. What are the poetic devices used in the poem? Three or four poetic devices are used in the poem. The wind has been personified. Wind has been exemplified as a human being, as a person. Personification is there. The whole poem has personification. There is a repetition of the words don't, and there are various repetition of the words. Crumbling is many times repeated here. So this is called repetition, and then this is in different lines. This is called anaphora. This is also called anaphora. So personification is there, anaphora is there, and symbolism is there, that I have told you, because wind here is a symbol of strength, tyranny, tyrannous person, a powerful person. Now next, switch over to the next question. How can we befriend the wind? We can befriend the wind, we can make friendship with the wind if we are strong. If we are strong, then wind will not affect us badly. There will be no adverse effect of wind if we are strong. If we make our houses firm, if we make the hinges of the door tight, then it will not be affected by the strong winds. Next question. What is the theme of the poem Wind? We have discussed. The theme of the poem is that wind inspire we human beings to face the challenges of life. And to face the challenges of life, we must be solid enough. We should have strength. We should have a strength of emotions. We should have a physical strength, and we should have mental physical strength to face all the challenges like the effect of the wind. Next and last question. What do the poets say the wind god winnows? The wind has been compared to a wind god here. As a winnowing process, you all know what does the winnowing, what do we do in a winnowing process? The chaff is drawn away from the grain. In the same way, all weak things are taken away far from their place of origin by the wind. विंड किसी चीज को नहीं छोड़ती है, वो हर चीज को बहुत दूर उड़ा कर ले जाती है. जिस तरह से चाफ को ग्रेन से अलग अलग कर दिया जाता है, ऐसे विंड कमजोर चीजों को अपने ओरिजिन वाले स्थान से अलग करके ले जाती है. So this was the complete explanation of the poem Wind. I hope that you will be able to understand each and everything of the poem and that we have discussed here. And so I want you people to subscribe this channel to have more such videos. Thank you.